Hi everyone, I am LoF Wodan from Legion of the Fallen, and I'm going to be doing a beginner and intermediate Berserker guide today. I've been really wanting to do this. Berserker is one of my favorite characters. I've been playing him since Season 2. So I do have a lot of experience with Berserker. I do mainly play on Xbox. I do play sometimes on PC, so we're going to get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the moveset. So he basically has a general hero-specific moveset, as most assassins do. You know, he has the Renown with the 1v1, he has the Revenge, he has a Reflex Guard, which those that are, you know, brand new to the game, a Reflex Guard basically means that you have to refresh your guard every time that you move your guard or it gets hit, versus a static guard, which is always there, doesn't go away. You have a Deflect, like most assassins, except your deflect is a little bit weaker than most assassins. It's still pretty strong due because you have a guard break guarantee, but your windows are a little bit smaller than most assassins. You have interruptible chains, so when you perform 2 chain attacks, you basically can go, you know, light, heavy, and then light, or heavy, light, heavy. I mean, you can continue the chain, even if they block. Your bear maul is your finisher, so if you went RT, 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 you know, heavy, 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 you go right into an unblockable. You also can do a light to a top heavy to unblockable, heavy to an unblockable, a zone to an unblockable. I mean, you can basically chain those into unblockables from their top heavy. If you feint, so basically if you go heavy, feint, light, your lights are 400 ms due to your base, which are 500. So I mean, you can utilize that. They are pretty decently to, you know, open up turtles. They're really turtling pretty hard. You have your chain starters, just head slice, spin chop, and your backward zone. Backward zone you're probably not going to use very much, just because it doesn't really do very much. You're probably not going to use spin chop very often. You can use it to whiff, or if you know the person's going to throw the move, then you can spin chop to him to start a chain. Head slice, you are never going to use that move in an opener. Don't ever do that. Like ever. Later in the video we'll show why. Don't do that. It's really stupid. You're gonna get punished, you're gonna get parried, you're gonna get deflected, and you deserve to do it. So you have your close combat, so anything that you do, so say if you do your mass recover to your base attack, chain attacks, or a head crush can be cancelled by a zone. So you can basically heavy cancel, you can go through a heavy, and then you can do a spin, basically attack like a light, and then go right into a zone. So any move that you whiff or miss, you can go into a zone. You can dash cancel heavies. So for berserkers that have been playing for a while, you do realize that, you know, we used to be able to light cancel. Can't do that anymore, but still heavy cancel. So you can heavy cancel into a deflect. I know those are good times. Death of the pair of blades, you can change into your bear mauler. So basically, just for beginners, you know what I mean? Like, you know, here's your, you know, some of your feats that are pretty important that I use. I think they're the better of the feats. You know, you have stun trap, you have bear trap, sharpened blade, and you have fire flask. You know, those are really good for Dominion. You can put traps on the floor. You can stun them, so then you can start, you know, chaining them. Your fire flask is pretty good for AoE, so at the end of the thing you can put a fire flask to help your team out. You have bounty hunter, which gains extra health and stamina when you kill another hero. So when you're fighting another hero, you know, you can kill the hero, you get health. Revenge attack, so passive. So every time you have that one on and you're a berserker, you're literally getting hit and you're attacking people, you're gonna get a lot of revenge pretty fast. It's probably gonna be a lot more useful, especially in Season 8 when they take away the gear stats. Sharpened blade, I still run that, and I still run fire flask. There is other ones, but I just don't use them very often, because especially the one where you plant the flag and you get like a defense penetration and attack, it doesn't most people aren't gonna fight you that way, so they're gonna run away. So it's really not like in elimination's pretty decent, but when you're fighting the Dominion, you might as well not even use it because no one's gonna sit there and let you attack them. So that's basically a thing like that. So we're gonna show some infant chain, like how to infant chain. So basically, when you're infant chaining, it's a light and a heavy. That's your infant chain. It goes right into your hyper armor. This is just a basic infant chain, okay? So then most Berserkers are gonna go like this. You know, that's a decent way of doing it too to end it. You know, but you want to do variations. You know, you don't want to sit there. I know that most Berserkers will sit there and tell you, oh, just heavy top light, heavy top light, heavy top light, heavy top light, heavy top light. You know, that's not the greatest infant chain. I'll do it on pro, and pro is going to parry it.
Remember, my trigger's messed up.
It's me.
There you go.
So yeah, it's a decent chain, but it's still just not worth getting parried like that. But you can mix them up. So if you go like this, you know, that's how you want to infant chain. You can always start with a light to a heavy, to a bear mauler. You mean you can do that. You can feint it. You know, but you basically, you know, you can go like this.
Victory!
You know, double feint, you know, into your feint light and then go into a chain, or basically you want to stay unpredictable, you know, when you're doing infant chains. Especially when you're new, you know what I mean, like just you can throw them out. You know, most people aren't going to parry you in the beginning. Once you start getting, like, you know, some reps on there and you start getting your win rates up and your MR score up, then you're probably going to fight people that are as good as you are, which they're going to... You know, they're going to be able to counter you. You know, so that's when you want to really utilize the infant chain. That's why you never start with the top light.
Victory!
Also, you can dive from that too, because even if you have hyper armor, I can still kill you if you don't have enough health. So it's like the top light is just something you shouldn't do. Unless, for beginners, unless they do this. You're fighting a guy, he back dodges. You know, if he does that, you're screwed. But if he just back dodges like a normal person. You can dodge it though, but... And then you can go right into a chain, into a starter. That's the only time you really want to do it, is if they're like, every time you go to hit somebody, they're backing up. Like right when they do that move back, that's when you would throw the top light. Because I can't block. You know, that's when you want to do. Or if they just don't expect it, you know, that's fine.
Victory!
So yeah, so basically that's, you know, stuff that you want to talk about for beginners. Just to let you guys know, we're going to move on in a second. You're going to have hard time with Conquerors, Kenseis, Aramushas, Lawbringers, and mirror matches. Aramusha and Lawbringer, everyone's probably laughing, like, what are you talking about? Just to sum it up, is that Lawbringer can negate your hyper armor. Yes, you can beat him, but you're going to have to play a little smarter with him. Aramushas can light spam you because every time they do their attacks hit, their attacks speed up. So on PC, probably not going to happen. On Xbox, you are definitely probably going to die. But you can still beat them. You just have to be patient, you know, trying to bait them out. You know, do the things that you're practicing.
You'll have to do better than that. Victory!
You know, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the beginner stuff. If you guys have any questions on the thing or whatever, just, you know, post it in Discord. I mean, not Discord. YouTube. On the comment section below. If you guys have any things that I missed for beginner Berserker, you know, also post that. Let me give everyone
how
a
about max
second.
punishes?
Oh yes. Okay, so basically on a parry, so throw heavy. Well, you get a light normally. Okay, do it again. But if you wait, you get a guaranteed zone. So yeah, you can do the 15 damage or you can do 24. Do a light. Do a light again.
Call that a fight?
You can get a top heavy if you do the input right as you parry. If you don't, they can parry you. Normally you just do a side. Run yourself out of stamina.
Time to hammer victory.
Basically, it's
2 areas are
50%.
guaranteed.
Yeah. Run yourself out of stamina again, and then fall for the mix-up.
Now, if we were back in the old days, it'd be side top heavy, but
Yeah.
you know.
So run yourself out of stamina.
That always stings.
And that unblockable really plays with people's mind.
Victory.
Say if Pro didn't counter guard break, he didn't know it was coming. He does it off reaction on accident, but he didn't know that was coming, and I knocked him back down. There's 139 damage. You will one-shot pretty much all characters. So it's a really good out of stamina punish to do. You can do a lot of things with that, but you're guaranteed 2 heavies. There's another one. That one does 5 more damage than the 2 side heavies.
I didn't even know, to be honest, I didn't even know about that one.
Yeah. So you can do that one too if you want.
I'll beat you to the wolves. Victory.
Yeah, that will kill somebody every time you do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Round 9.
So anyone that in this video, if you guys are new and you guys are just learning how to pick Berserker up, and you guys want to go practice your Infant Chain, your Bear Maul, your Deflects, you know, learning just how to play Berserker in general, feel free to leave a video, and then when you guys feel more comfortable, you know, you've repped up a little bit, you know, come back and we're going to talk about some more general stuff of what you can do as Berserker in the intermediate level. I'll give you guys a second to leave, and yeah. So, basically intermediate level stuff you need to know. You need to do, so the checklist is going to be spin heavies, delayed heavies, and then you're going to learn how to do input delays and feint delays, and dash cancels, and understanding the difference between each infant chain and why to use it and when to utilize it. So here's a spin heavy is basically you have to throw the light to the side so if you throw a light to the left side, you have to feint to the right side, and you have to throw the heavy to the left side. That is a spin heavy. Or if you throw the light to the right side, you have to feint to the left side and then throw back to the right side. You have to always have the heavy that you did not feint to the opposite side hit the light on the side you threw the light. I know it sounds confusing, but basically it goes like this.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
That's pretty much it. So that's your spin heavies. They do really well. You can do a lot of things off of them. Now your delayed heavies is the same principle except you throw the light to one side, heavy, feint, and then throw the heavy. So heavy. So it's light. So you see how pro he did light. He did light. That's a delayed heavy. So it was light, heavy, feint, heavy, or light, heavy, feint, heavy. That's how you do your delayed heavies. So you can do a lot of stuff off of the delayed heavy. It delays your lights pretty decently quick. You can go.
Time to make your legend.
You know. Also, you can spin chop into spin heavy if you don't let me do that. No, not.
Victory.
So basically, it's really weird at first doing spin heavies. It really is. It's something that's different because we've never as workers had to do that. But they're really good. You can do a lot of good things off of them. You say if you're like new light and you do delayed heavy and someone does a spin chop. Messed it up. Oh my god.
Well, that'll teach you.
You need a little help there, Kaz?
My controller is being all stupid.
Send the enemy again.
You want me to show delayed heavy again?
Hold on.
Let's do this.
I'm delay heavy and I want you to spin chop. I'll do it too early.
Victory.
Do a light, do a heavy instead.
Call that a fight?
Okay.
I'm doing the input too long.
Round 11. Oh, battle. How I
It does not want me to do this.
Anyway, well, you want me to do it? Here, I'll do it. I'll do it. Oh, heavy.
No, you're not doing it.
not always
Whatever. My controller's not fucking doing what I want it to do. Anyways, you can dash cancel. So we're gonna show you the dash cancel. So I'm gonna throw heavy, and I want you to throw a spin chop.
Beat you to the wolves.
Basically, what I did is I went and I made him go to do the. But again, dash canceling. Once someone knows you can do it, they're gonna try to bait you out to dash cancel. So use that sparingly. But basically, a dash cancel is basically you dash canceling out your heavies like you should know how to do into a deflect. You can also dash cancel into a parry. So I'll show you right now. Pro. So I'm a dash cancel
I'm back,
into a
sorry.
parry.
Will sing of
Okay.
this battle.
Give me a second.
Well, that'll teach you.
My apologies. Alright.
Alright, so you basically can dash cancel. Like that. The dash canceling can always be used like this, or like that. So you can use
But
that.
of course, the cardinal sin of Berserker is never to do this.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, you can if you're going. You can do that, but. Okay, so as we talked about dash cancels, we talked about delayed heavies and delayed and to spin heavies. Now we're going to talk about delayed inputs and feint delays. So a delayed input basically is just when you allow your move to go through and then you follow up delaying the input you would normally do. So instead of heavy, light, right, you're going to go heavy and then light. So heavy, light.
Victory!
And then if you notice, I sped it up right there and I hit pro with a light, a normal one. So that's like why it's really good to delay your moves. So again,
And switch them up as well.
so again it's heavy, light, heavy, light. Or you go heavy, light, heavy, light.
Victory!
See, now he's trying to block the normal base ones. And because he's an assassin, your guard has to refresh. So that's why it's good to utilize delayed inputs. Like if you're just going up and heavy lighting, you're not going to do very much. But if you're delaying it, you know, when someone's trying parry happy, they're definitely going to miss the parry. And remember, stay random. You mean, that's the one thing I see on Berserkers a lot is they become way too predictable, and you guys need to stay random. You guys need to be doing feints. You guys need to be doing dash cancels. You guys need to be doing delays. You need to be, you know, watching your opponent. You know, sometimes I'm telling you, if you walk up to an opponent and you just feint, you know. You're not even doing anything. You're just now that guy's gonna be like, oh, he's out of stamina. You know?
You'll have to do better than that.
And see, he thought I was gonna throw a light, and I threw a heavy. So that's another thing too, is you gotta mix up your attacks. Sometimes just throw some lights out, sometimes throw some heavies with some lights. You gotta mix up your attacks with Berserker. He's really dangerous when you let him utilize that stuff.
And of course, you must watch your stand pool.
Yes. So due to the rework, we literally can feint 4 or 5 times, and you're out. You're done. So heavy feint lighting.
Wasn't it like 12, 11 times you can feint and you could still...
Yes. So that is why this, when the new update comes out, you're gonna die. So that's why you gotta be. Sometimes that's why I go like this, or you know, I just kind of feint a little bit. I see what you can block, and what you can't.
Oh,
And remember,
okay.
don't forget that out of stamina heavy.
Victory! The enemy a gift.
See, so there's things you can utilize on Berserker that some of the old stuff did. And if you're intermediate Berserkers, you were probably playing before the rework.
Round 17.
And, you know, I think it went over it with the beginner guide. I don't think it did, but basically there's something called cross guarding. And if you're an old Berserker, you remember what it was. And so basically you're waiting for my guard to go to a certain direction, and then you're trying to light me before I can hit you. You know, so I use it to interrupt. You know? Go ahead and do it, bro.
Warriors, both of you. Defeat. You call that a fight?
Were you trying to like deflect it or something?
Round
But-
18.
So basically,
That was an old move.
yeah. So basically, that's all he could do back then. So basically, just you gotta utilize those. The people still fall for those. Like you'd think they wouldn't, but they do.
And then when they start expecting lights, just throw a heavy in there.
Yep. The whole point of the late cross guarding is so that you try to make them parry. And now this became more dangerous because we have our heavy feints.
Ooh, that was weird.
Victory.
You know, throw zone in sometimes. Don't spam zone, but you know, throw it in sometimes. Like those are the things that, like, as an intermediate Berserker, you should know. You should know these things.
Round
You should
19.
be practicing this. You know. But yeah, that's the one things that I wanted to show you guys. Again, I don't really want to show you like big combos because I'm a firm believer that you're gonna play better if you play by yourself. You know, if you're playing like me, you know.
You know, I'd never seen you let that unblockable go before.
Victory.
You honestly just mind raped me.
I know. But so basically, you know, just go with the flow. I mean, just learn your style.
Round
You know, take some of the
20.
tips that I gave you here and make it your own character. But I'm telling you, like, Berserker is a really fun character. It's really hard. Just make sure you're managing the stamina. Make sure you're using heavies. Make sure you're using spin heavies. Make sure you're using delayed. Make sure you're using input lag and heavy feint lag. I mean, like, use those to your inputs to your advantage. You know, to be able to infant chain and then know how to utilize it within. You know, like, as an infant chain.
The enemy a gift.
Hold on, bro. Stop. This is the last time I show you guys.
Victory.
So, Pro, I want you, just so they can see it on my screen. I want you to do the infant chain, but I want you to put spin heavies and delayed heavies in it.
Well,
Round 21.
what, also delayed inputs as well?
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Defeat.
See, like, him utilizing that stuff, he was able to almost kill me with the little stamina he had left. You see what I'm saying? Is like that's why you want to utilize that. You want to utilize those
Round
things because
22.
you can do so much off of that. Because you can cancel your spin heavies, you can cancel delayed heavies. So, if there is anything I missed though in the guide, in the intermediate guide, if there's anything that you guys have questions on, or if you guys are looking to join a clan on Xbox, do please leave the comment section below. We're always looking for new people, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you.